Hello everyone. I wanted to talk to you today about what is myasthenia gravis. Um, First, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Myasthenia gravis is MG. It's actually what I was diagnosed with in 2013. Myasthenia gravis is a rare chronic muscle disorder. It do not go from person to person, or let's say it's not hereditary. I was told it's brought on by extreme stress. Now, how accurate is that information? I do not know. MG, the symptoms for MG is blurry eye vision, muscle weakness when swallowing, meaning you cannot swallow, you cannot smile, the muscles in your face become weak, you get ptosis in your eye, which make your eyelids droop. Breathing, all of your limbs, your fingers, your legs, your arms, your toes, your bowel movement, everything that consists of a muscle. I'm gonna go ahead and say the heart too. If you saw my daughter Deja video, she pretty much jumped ahead of me because I never mentioned the pacemaker, but I'm glad she did. But I know in my other video I did mention that the MG affects the heart. I'm not accurate, but I'm going off of my experience. Yes, I have myasthenia gravis, and I also have a pacemaker. With the MG, I had a complete heart failure. Complete heart blockage. And I had already been diagnosed with myasthenia gravis before the heart blockage. So, according to the doctors, after all the tests has been ran, they can't tell me why I had a complete heart blockage. My heart was operating at 20%, believe it or not. I went months before going to the doctor. And the reason why is because with MG, we have problems breathing. So when you go through a myasthenia gravis, when you go through a crisis, it affects your breathing. So I thought that's what it was. So people may say, oh, that sounds horrible. It does, but it also saved my life. I say it saved my life because with MG, as the symptoms I just mentioned earlier in this video, I was going through those symptoms. So I just rested, relaxed until everything bounced back, but the breathing never came back to normal for me. So I had told my daughter, Daz, she's my oldest, I said, this breathing is not getting any better. And I had told my boyfriend, I said, look, I think I need to go to the hospital. So I don't like going because, like I said in my previous videos with the MG, they're going to keep you. They're going to keep you. And I had told my family, I was like, Y'all know they're going to keep me for 5 days because I'm thinking I'm going in for the myasthenia gravis, but not knowing, once they checked me, they was like, we can't get a heart rate. And I was like, I'm standing here. Mind you, before I went to the hospital, I was having these symptoms for almost a month. I was walking around with a complete heart blockage for a month. God is good. The doctors was like, how did you survive? I'm surprised you didn't die at home. I'm a miracle walking, I'm telling you. I would not stop. I would not stop. So yes, I have MG plus a pacemaker. You can't see it. Of course, I have a little scar, but there is nothing hanging outside of my body, nothing like that. Only thing I've changed since I've had the pacemaker was I carry my phone on the right side because, of course, the heart is on the left. Other than that, as y'all see, I exercise every day. I take care of my household. I clean. I still shop. I gotta get my shoes and my clothes. So nothing has changed. Of course, when you're sick, you want to know, you're scared because you don't know what's going on with your body. So with the MG and the symptoms that I described earlier, shortness of breath, weakness, blurred vision, with your medication, you don't have none of that. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm walking around here and I'm sick. I'm not sick. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I'm living life to my fullest. Like I said, the only thing I've changed is how I use my cell phone. My daughter actually bought me some iPods. I love them. Of course, I only use on it for the right ear. But when I went to the doctor and they did the test for the heart condition, they came back and said it's either your MG causing the heart blockage or it's your medication that you take for your MG. So, to be honest, I probably didn't even need a pacemaker. None of this has been studied. Myasthenia gravis is something new. All the symptoms I experienced with the MG, it was actually giving me a signal that my heart was tripping. So it saved my life. It actually has saved my life several times because I'm different and I'm special in my eyes and in God's eyes. Maybe not yours, but I am definitely different in his eyes. He favors me. With MG, guys, we can't be around people that are sick. And mind you, I do notary, home health, and I have a daycare. So I am subject to every illness that comes through this house, or every house that I go through to do my notary business. And I wash my hands, I sanitize, I do what I gotta do. I go out there and make that little change, come back home, I'm still fine and healthy. Now, with the daycare, I love kids, so that's not gonna stop. So with MG, it saved me because it gives me my body a signal that I'm probably about to catch a cold, or like with the heart problem, it gave me a signal. I never knew that I was walking around here for a whole month with a complete heart blockage. I never knew that I was going to have myasthenia gravis. I never knew that I would have to end up getting a pacemaker, which I still to this day probably didn't have to, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm a survivor. I have no problems with it. I use the microwave, cook, run, jog like everybody else. That's why I say it's also a blessing, because If it wasn't for the myasthenia gravis, I probably would have been laying up in this house. I probably would have died in this house. But I didn't. I used my common sense. I prayed and I went to the doctor. But to this day, they still say we don't know why. But I have another friend who has MG who have the same problem. So you tell me that myasthenia gravis does not affect the heart. I don't believe it. Because the heart is a muscle. And myasthenia gravis, the symptoms again is muscle weakness. The heart is a muscle. Our arms has muscles in them. Our legs, we have to use muscles to pee and poop, or well, let's say to hold those things in. So if I wasn't getting treated for myasthenia gravis, which would happen to me before I got diagnosed with myasthenia gravis, I pooped on myself. I pee-peed on myself. Me and my kids had just came out from eating. And I was like, this is not normal. And I'm 46 now, so they tell you in 2013 I was way younger. But I had so much stress on my body from what I was going through and what I was getting out of. But if it wasn't for myasthenia gravis, I probably would still be in that situation. So I used to say, God, why me? But guess what? Why not me? I have so much faith. I have survived so much. So to give up now would be a disgrace. So that's not in me to give up. Right now, I'm at a point in my life where I'm enjoying it. I love my family, my extended family. Life is amazing. Even my daycare kids, I'm like their second mom. So, and they are spoiled. And when I say spoiled, they spoiled. But anyway, I meet people every day. They don't know me, but they'll come up to me and say, "You such a sweet person. How do you know I'm sweet?" They read my personality. And I just thank God for me. I thank God for what He has taken me through. You know, I am going through this for a reason. Well, let me say I went through this for a reason. When I got diagnosed in 2013, I went into remission 2014. Divorce and everything was final. Had my own place. Of course, I had to start over, so I left a lot of things behind, but material stuff didn't bother me. I got so much stuff now, I don't know what to do with it. But anyway, I went into remission 2014. I had a MG crisis in 2016 before I got this house. Then it was scary because I had never relapsed before. But of course, I wasn't really wasn't taking care of myself like I was supposed to, because once I started feeling good, and I do this now sometimes, I stopped taking my medicine. So even now, I told you guys in my other video, I set my alarm clock. So I have one set for 12:30 at midnight. That alarm thing go over and I roll over. And then baby, he be like, "Did you take your medicine?" No, let me go ahead and take it. So I go ahead and take it. But I just wanted to be clear about what myasthenia gravis is. It is a rare chronic muscle disorder. Also, this does not run in my family. Guys, the only thing that's probably deep in my family is probably blood pressure and maybe a little heart disease. Before it's an autoimmune disorder, I don't think so. Well, my auntie has lupus, but that's on my mom's side. It doesn't run, this here does not run in my family. Doctors don't know where it comes from. I was just told it's from stress. So now, even in my life and my relationship, I don't stress. You can send me a message cursing me out, spitting on my name. God bless you. You won't hear from me. I will not text you back. I'm sorry. My life is not about that confusion and conflict and disorder. I will not do it. My life is important to me. It may not be important to someone else, but I value it very much. And the way I fight and battle every day to live and to smile, I wish I would. But guys, let's live life to the fullest. A lot of people have already watched my video and subscribed to my channel. They are so amazed about the information that I'm giving. MG is not known. So if you know anyone who may need information or may want to compare information with me, because we're all different. We're all on different medication, but we have the same thing. So we're going to learn from each other, and we're going to bless each other through this process. And we're going to continue to pray for a cure. They come in with a cure for everything else. Why not this? Guys, go ahead and click like, share, and subscribe. I have MG, but MG do not have me. Have a blessed day.